Well, here's your Wiley Manager 3-minute crash course on mid-year performance reviews, Jed. Part of the larger performance management package, but perhaps you can give us a little preview as to what we talk about in the full-length podcast.
Sure. So on the full-length version, we talk about where this mid-year fits in the whole performance management process, why you should bother conducting a mid-year. Then the Wiley Manager guys offer up the 4 steps to conducting an effective mid-year review. We'll spend a lot more time on the discussion itself. So how do you actually do have the discussion in a productive kind of a way before we ending it with 3 things?
Right on. Well, you might be able to help me out here with why I should do this at all, because really I hate doing these at the end of the year, right? Much less, and now you're telling me I got to do it twice a year. So it better be good. Lay it on me.
Well, like you say, most people can't get away from doing the year-end one. Compensation needs the ratings in order to calculate whatever merit increases people get. There's lots of tracking. Not so for the mid-year. People can often get away without doing one of these at all. But we suggest that it's a good idea to do these because 6 months into the year, a lot of things can change, right? The business cycles are such that something may have happened that the objectives that you wrote 6 months ago are perhaps no longer valid or no longer relevant to the business. So checking in at the mid-year point is a great chance to look back at those objectives and say, are the things that we thought we'd be working on 6 months ago still aligned with the organizational goals? If so, great. Let's talk about how we're doing on those things halfway through. So we can say that we need to put the pedal to the metal and step on the gas for the back half where everything's going good. So one of the great reasons to do a mid-year is to make sure those objectives are still aligned with business changes and that we understand how we're progressing against those objectives. It's also a great chance to just sort of check in with some employees, right? So about their progress, yes, but also just with them in general to make sure that they're getting the kind of attention they need to be successful. You still have a half a year left to make sure that you provide them the kind of support that's going to ensure their success and make sure that you look good as well as their manager helping them deliver against their objectives.
Right, and critically, it's if you only look at this once a year, then maybe the other shoe is getting ready to drop at the end of the year, right? So this gives you a chance to take some corrective action along the way if things aren't going the way you wanted to do, or encourage action, reinforcement for things that are going well.
Exactly right. A chance to tighten up those shoelaces before the shoe drops.
Right. Very clever. All right. Well, we talk about this and all kinds of other stuff around mid-year performance reviews and the full-length podcast. You can pick that up at www.wileymanager.com, or you can tune in and grab us on iTunes if you want to listen to the full-length version of that.
All right, Bob. Thanks.
See you next time.